It's time to pack my room. Look how messy this is. Oh my goodness. Room is perfectly cleaned, vacuumed. Not a trace has been left of me, except for all the good yoga vibes I left here. Left a little photo here for happy memories' sake. And we're off. Travels, adventures, everything starts now. Got my whole life in my car. Got lots of water and coffee. Ready to hit the road. I did not get yoga in the past 3 days. I've been such a bad yogi. I'm planning on stopping in Idaho to get a nice little Bikram session.
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's been a while since I've slept in a car. Not the most comfortable thing. However, when it's not middle of winter and you're not freezing your butt off, it's actually not that bad. Just my back is kind of tight. And there wasn't a place for me to brush my teeth, so my mouth is like feeling pretty gross right now. However, it is only 7, and I do have yoga class this morning. I drove until 1 a.m. yesterday, so it was like a full 10-11 hour day of driving. I was definitely like getting really tired by the end of the day, but this has been the longest stretch. I have 5 hours till Utah and then 6 hours back to Vegas, so hardest part is over. I'm just gonna do some yoga, get some coffee, and get right back to it.
A few moments later.
That was literally the best thing I could have possibly done for myself. I feel so amazing, especially if you sleep in the car the night before or your back is kind of aching. Yoga is like, it's the cure-all. It's like literally the magic pill. It's about 3:30 p.m. and I'm here in the beautiful state of Utah. I'm using my TENS unit right now on my tricep as I'm driving. And it's like making my hand do like some crazy. It's definitely helped me stay awake during this whole drive. It's like, just like in electroshocks every couple seconds. It feels pretty cool. Probably a pretty effective way to get road trips done. Feeling a little hungry at the moment. I feel like I shouldn't eat though. I just kind of been binge eating pretty bad lately. Like I'll maintain my fast perfectly throughout the day, but like in the evening it gets really difficult. I feel like really hedonistic. I start like smoking a lot of weed and eating a lot of food, and it's just like insatiable. My intention for the peyote ceremony is like not more control, but just more self-love for my body, and not get so mad at myself when I do those things, and not to be so strict. Yeah, all the things. Peyote work is really deep work, and I'm so blessed to be able to do it. Like what an opportunity. Now I'm gonna go pick up a kombucha and maybe some fruit. I'm gonna try to maintain like a really clean diet leading up to the ceremony, because you want to be as pure as possible so the medicine can go deep within. Just combated some pretty strong food cravings there in Smith's. Usually when I get in there, I'm like choosing snacks. They're all healthy snacks, but I just choose a lot of them and go overboard. Always a challenge being a human being. But I was in there, and Bragg's, who makes nutritional yeast, liquid aminos, apple cider vinegar, these guys are like they've been around the health game forever, and they have like super strong integrity. I just love them. That was an apple cider vinegar drink that does not break fast. There's no caloric value, just water, apple cider vinegar, and lime juice, and stevia. So this is gonna keep me going. Back in the beautiful home of Sean and Cardin. Last time I was here, it was completely snowed out.
Tomorrow for sure.
Probably over a year, maybe like 6 or 7 months since I've taken like a nap. And when I got here to Utah yesterday, I just laid down after I unpacked my things and just zonked out for, I don't know how long it was, maybe like 5 hours, but I felt so well rested. I woke up, and it's funny because Sean and Cardin's boys, they play Smash Brothers too, so I woke up and played some Smash with them. Stayed for a couple hours and went to bed like at 10. And I'm up early today, and I just am loving my little Zen spot so much. This is where Cardin does her like Reiki, her massage, all of her healing stuff. The energy in this room is just like super grounded, and I love it. I'm about to head over to Salt Lake City, downtown, to go to my favorite Bikram studio in the entire world.
Eventually.
Wow. That was a really, really intense class. I always know because like it like blows my, it feels like it blows my eardrums out and like I can like hear myself talking. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about 60-minute classes up in Washington because it makes me like not as strong. So when I do like an official speaker room class, it fucking kills me. I seriously died. It was awesome. Back here at Sugar House now. Still tagged from when I came here months ago. Holy shit, look how dirty my car is. That is disgusting. Look at all those blood splats. So I'm gonna get coffee, run a couple errands, get my car washed, go get a couple things at Whole Foods, get a key copy made for Sean and Cardin's place, and that is the plan. So I love sharing my cool, weird medicine tools with my friends. And Cardin's my guinea pig today. And she has it on level 5, and she has the 4-pad combo. How's it going so far?
It is an experience into my soul. I think I'm gonna take it back one more higher.
Oh,
okay,
turn it up. Turn it up. Cardin's been having a lot of back pain, so I'm hoping that, I'm actually sure that this is gonna help.
Yes, actually, it's very nice. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
2,000 years later.
Happy birthday
Day to you. Happy birthday, dear Lana. Happy birthday to you.
We love you so much. Yes, thank you.
It's her birthday. She shouldn't have to do it.
Is that right?
Are these trick candles?
No, they're just sparklers.
Lana, guess how much this cake weighs? Just guess.
8.17. Wow.
Yeah, 7 pounds on the dot.
I might need some help here, guys.
How many did you put down?
Yeah, I might need some help.
Girl, just put down 6.
Cardin?
Okay.
On the wrong side?
Just here, one for 40 and one for 6.
Wait, that's the wrong side.
I don't know.
Kathleen, what are you doing? To you. Oh. And many more. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, she's getting trolled right now. Yes. Come on, Lana. One more.
Can you do that?
No, that's cheating. Your wish won't come true if you do that. How happy is your dog here at ceremony? Yeah.
Gary's so happy he's with us. You're cute, baby. Hooray! So excited! Everything's great!
Oh my goodness, internet. Hold on, let me roll these windows up, turn the music down. I just gotta share really quick about what just happened in the past 12 hours. I just got out of probably, I always say it's the most life-changing, best ceremony ever, but this one really shifted some things deep within myself because I've been meaning to share this. I've been too high on weed to come forth with it because it's just been a really vulnerable thing that I have in my life that I have a lot of guilt and shame around. So I have a lot of trouble really sharing my deepest stuff when I'm stoned. It's because I don't know what it is, but it makes me go it makes me withdraw from reality and it makes me forget who I am. I always try to justify it by saying oh, I make really good videos and I'm my editing is wonderful and I can get so much done when I'm super high on cannabis, and it really wasn't the most conducive thing for my highest good. And I've known this for so long. I've just been on this back and forth weird relationship with it, and it's I couldn't figure out why this was the only area in my life that I could not control, because I feel I'm so disciplined in all areas of my life, just my practice and my kriyas and just being consistent with everything. The only thing that I had trouble with was cannabis, and I'm why do I not have control over this? So I brought it up in ceremony and just processed through it. And the best thing about bringing up your personal stuff, your most vulnerable self in ceremony, is that after you say it, first of all, you feel so much better. Second of all, you realize that there's multiple people in the room that are experiencing the same exact thing as you. So you realize that you're really not alone ever, and no matter what kind of thing you got going on. Yeah, so I got to process it and really look at it. It got really deep, and the medicine lady, Lana, she actually took me after the ceremony ended. She brought me back into the Tipi, and we did some real deep teal swan, black belt, ninja, calling all parts of yourself back to yourself, crazy magic, mystic shit. And I don't even know how she did it, but she brought me into this quiet state and then asked me to recall a small trauma or a moment where felt unloved or uncertain. And so you go into that, and then you become the little version of yourself back then. And pretty much I don't even know how to explain it other than it's time travel. You literally go back in time to the moment and you become that person where the trauma happened, and then you work through it. and like you literally rewrite history. Like you go through the process and then I wish I could just explain it in words, but I don't even know what happened because I was in such a deep trance. She brought me there. I got to like integrate this like broken little Gabe back into my heart and like hold him, and I was having like all this like stomach discomfort during the whole process. Like I really had to like shit and like really had to fart and just like so much discomfort, and I was craving a joint too, like in the moment of it. Yeah, she like brought me back to myself. It's like they call it soul retrieval, and you're like kind of picking up all the fragmented parts of yourself and bringing it all back together so you can become whole again. Because like when you walk through this life and you're interacting with like real life with all these people, you kind of get fragmented. There's like parts of you that kind of get lost in different places, and the purpose of the work that she showed me was like to kind of bring it all back in, to understand that you're whole and you're loved. And like literally after the process was finished, I opened my eyes and like my stomach cramps and like all the gas and bloating was gone, and then I was like, I'm not craving a joint right now. I don't have like any desire at this moment to crave this joint. And it's so crazy because it's like I started smoking weed when I was 17, but this like little tiny trauma thing happened when I was like 11. It's so interconnected. It had nothing to do with the weed at all. It was like numbing a certain emotion of uncertainty. I will share more with you guys as I process this. I just want to put on this camera that the medicines that the planet provides are so beyond our comprehension, and what they can do and how they can just alleviate so much suffering from our lives. It's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I cannot believe how incredible this medicine is, and I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for like how it has led me here. I always think about like the chain of events that happened that led me to the Tipi with all these wonderful medicine women, and it's like it started with the ayahuasca church here in Washington. Bringing it further back, Will and I went to this conference called the Unstoppable Entrepreneur, and that's where I saw Trinity the first time. I added him on Facebook. I've been following him, and then he started the ayahuasca church. I started doing videos with him, went to the World Peace Conference during that project, and that's where I met the Moonies and the Oklahoma Native American Church. And it's just been like this, I couldn't have made it up. I am so blessed to have these people in my life that can like guide me, steer me in the right direction, and they can tell me when I'm like kind of waving off path. I have so many teachers in my life, and I'm just like, I'm feeling so grateful, and I really want to be like held accountable for the cannabis thing, because if I'm smoking cannabis, I can't produce content for my YouTube page. I just like, okay, I'm gonna bring it back down to this and I close out this vlog. The core of why I was suffering is because like I'm on this spiritual path to like find myself, right? The path of the Bodhisattva is to like awaken himself so he can awaken others. And the path of awakening doesn't include intoxicating yourself. The 5th precept is not to intoxicate the body or the mind. And when I smoke cannabis, you're intoxicating both, and that's breaking 5th precept. So I'm like clearly already not living in my highest truth, not in my integrity. I'm literally just bullshitting myself. So every time I was like smoking a joint, I'm just fucking bullshitting myself. And there was just so much like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I'm not moving forward in my life when I do this. And somehow I really feel like this ceremony was like really closed some doors for me, and it's giving me a lot of space to open new ones. And I was just so set on smoking for the rest of the time I was here in the States before I leave for Malaysia, which is like on the 24th. So I'm like, oh, it's only gonna be just like, 10 more days of getting high and doing yoga. But I'm like, no, why not 10 quality full sober days of just me producing content and just like be fully in my Gabe essence. But anyway, I feel so much better. I literally transformed. I feel like a new person, and I'm so grateful, and thank you to the Moonies, to Linda, to Lana, to Stephanie, to all the people in the peyote circle. And I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have that medicine. I don't know who I would be if I didn't have it. So gratitude unlimited. Look at these beautiful mountains right now. I'm currently driving to a yoga class. I always do Bikram after ceremony, which is like so insane, but I'm really extreme and hardcore like that. Tomorrow's my last day in Utah. I'm probably gonna do yoga again in the morning and then pack up my stuff and head back to Vegas. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do at home. I really feel like this is like a new leaf, and I'm just so happy about that. I feel so free and liberated, and I hope that I can have the discernment and awareness to make it last and not let the external things in this world influence me as much. That's it for the road trip vlog from Washington to Utah. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. It's like multiple days. Some days I felt uninspired, some days I felt inspired, and it's because of the cannabis, so the inconsistency is gonna cease starting today. I feel actually a little nervous saying that because I'm committing. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for hearing me out. Always weird stuff going on in my life, but happy to take you guys along the journey. The next few months of travel is going to be insanely awesome, and I really want you guys to be a part of it, and I want to be present for it too. So let's do it together.